Hello and welcome to a video from Double Rail. In this video we're going to be walking through what we did in September on the layout and what we have planned for October. So before I get started, my name's John and I run the Double Rail channel. Mark over at Western Centurion kind of dared me to put my face on the channel. I know a lot of people have seen my hands and heard me talk. They haven't actually seen my face on channel before, so he wanted to say hi. So, hey Mark, how's it going? Hopefully you haven't locked yourself out of your house again today. Alright, so before I go any further, I also wanted to say thanks to Bill over at the South Brooklyn Railroad. He hooked us up with these pretty cool shirts, and it's all for a good cause. So we'll put a link on the ticker on the channel, so you guys can pick up a shirt if you want, and I'll send the link to his video explaining what that's all about. So before I get started on what we did in September, let's tell you what's coming on the channel this month. So today, showed up in the mail from AJM Railways. ID vaccines. I got 2 of them, and I'll explain later in the video what we're going to use those for. I do have some track work left over to it. So you can see this track right here that's sort of hanging in the air. That's actually the up branch, and there's actually going to be something that's sitting there dangling in the air. Is we're going to put a bridge in there. It's going to look pretty cool. So we'll do more on that later. So let's walk you through what's going on here on the layout real quick. So I'm going to step down and we'll explain it to you. So out here on the outside line, we have the Class 85. This is the down fast line. The adjacent line that has the Eastern Region HST from Hornby as it comes around is the up fast line. And then the Brighton Belle here that's coming around the corner, it's on the down slow. And the Quicksilver, the A4 with the silver Jubilee coaches, is on the up slow. And then we have this inside line right here, which is the down branch. And we also have the up branch, so like I said, it's currently dangling there, waiting for me to put in the bridge, and that'll be one of the things I'll be working on this month in October, is getting that bridge put in. It's going to be built from scratch. We'll have all the lumber for it, and we're going to finish off that track work as well. But the good news is, all the track work here on the third and final phase of the layout is complete, except for that up branch. I'm going to get that sorted out pretty soon. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy looking at the trains for a minute. I'm going to pan the camera a bit around the layout so you can see it a little bit better. And then I want to walk you through the controls and some of the other point work that we did. Alright, so I'm going to move the camera down just a little bit here and show you a quick look at the controls that we have going on. Alright, so the layout currently is being powered by two of these H&M duet controllers. These are dual power controllers, and they're both analog DC. They have a high resistance, low resistance switch. They also have this full wave, half wave, but that's not a good idea to mess with that. You want to leave those on full wave. The low resistance, high resistance gives you close control of the loco if you want to do that. Sitting up here between the two controllers is the clock that I bought off eBay. And this clock is actually has a Braille Limited written on it, and it's actually out of the class 158. So it's kind of cool. It runs on some AA batteries, and it was worth the few quid that I paid to pick it up. And let me walk you through the controls anyway. So these two here control the down fast and up fast, and then we have the down branch and up, sorry, we have the up slow, down slow, up fast, down fast is the way it's configured right now. So it's a little bit reversed, so like the controller here is actually doing the outside track and it's doing the inside track. The reason I did that was mainly because the way I had the cables around. We'll fix that a little bit later on. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you guys some of the point work that we've done, and so you get a better idea for the layout and how it all comes together. So what I'm going to do is stop some of these strings so you guys can get a better look at the point work. Now there's two sections of point work. There's the section that's right here, and then there's a section on the far side as well. So I'm going to go through this section of point work that's here first, and then we'll go through the point work that's over there. Alright, so just give me a few seconds to bring these trains to a halt. Alright, so before I get into too much detail with the point work, I thought I'd give you a quick look at what had been done over the last couple of weeks. So first of all, quick shout out to my dad. He was here visiting during the month of September, and he helped quite immensely, not only with some suggestions on some of the track redesign, but also he did all the signaling design work for me. Which was pretty easy for him since he just retired from being a railway signaling engineer. But he was able to make sense of a lot of the stuff that we've done on the layout, as well as made some suggestions for some improved running and so on, and make it a little bit more prototypical. So big shout out and thanks to my dad for that. He also helped while I installed a lot of the track. He was watching my 2-year-old son, so I had two supervisors basically while I was doing this. So anyway, so what we had in place at the start of September was just this outer line, which is the down fast. We added the up fast, the down slow, the up slow, as well as this down branch line. The up branch line is sitting there, it's dangling to nowhere at the minute. The reason for that is I'm scratch building a bridge, and there'll be a little bit more about that in a little while. But that's one of the projects that I've got going on for October. Have all the lumber. I should probably be able to make some progress on it this weekend. So I'm hoping I'll have a bit of an update for that later in October. So the only change I made to the outer track here was where that nightcap bar coach is. There used to be a set of points. The reason there's a set of points there is the plan was to have a kind of a station sort of thing going on in here, and ultimately I decided against that. So those points came out, and since I removed those points, the GP2 as well as the Bear Garrett have run on this line without any problems. So that's fantastic. They were basically the two locomotives that I had a hard time running on any part of the layout, actually. Right, so we added the up fast, and so the down fast and up fast point work is actually all on the other side, the far side of the layout, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. We also added the down slow and the up slow, as well as the branch lines, and that point work is actually right here, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And there's also from the up slow, there is a branch off of that with a set of streamline pico points, and actually goes to the elevated track section that's on the other side of the layout, and I'll explain a bit about that shortly. But yeah, so one of the things that I did do with the outer tracks here is I put a bit of a cant in, and just give you that kind of tilt kind of effect, and I'll show some angles of this Class 85, and you can see it works pretty well. Now I had a couple of options for doing this, but I went ahead and just scratch built my own stuff from some construction paper, and it works really well, and it's not too hard. You basically just take the curved track, you trace that out on the construction paper, get a bunch of pieces of construction paper that are layered, cut about 4 or 5 of them out with the scissors, and then wedge them halfway under the track. So basically everywhere the track pin is, you kind of wedge it about 1 millimeter or 2 to the other side of the track pin, so the track pin holds the paper in place, and then you just basically layer it up until you get the desired effect. And I did that on both of these tracks. I didn't do it on these two lines, I didn't really feel the need, and I didn't do it on the opposite corner of the outer lines just because there wasn't too much room, and it's getting pretty tight back there because the curve is a little tighter. Track wise, all of the track that you see here is all pico. All the point work is pico, all the flex track is pico. The only thing that's not pico are these kind of set track style curves. I'm using Atlas 24-inch for the outer track. It's kind of a little bit wider than Hornby's 4th radius curve. This one here is 22-inch, which is a little bit wider than Hornby's 3rd radius curve. And then I'm using the 24-inch and the 22-inch again, that's slightly offset. And this is actually using the Hornby 3rd radius track, and then the inside branch line, which is the up branch, is actually using the Atlas 18-inch, which is almost like 2nd radius curve, but just a little bit wider, so it's a little bit more forgiving. It's not quite 3rd radius, but it's a little bit better than 2nd radius, so that's what I've used there. Alright, so let me walk you through some of this point work then. So if I move the camera down, you can see here, this is actually where I'm planning on having the track coming off the bridge, and then that's going to go to the down branch, or sorry, the up branch right there. This track here, a set of points, goes over through this diamond and into the up slow. So the up slow can go all the way across to the up branch without any problems. Likewise, the down branch here goes through these sets of points through this diamond, and then makes it here over to the down slow. So you can go from down slow to down branch, and you can go from up branch to up slow. So, and then you can go around, and on the other side you can go from up slow to up fast. There's no point work, like I said, on the side layout for the two fast lines. Now if you look this way, you'll see right here there's a set of points. Now these set of points are on the up slow, and the reason they're there is actually to, we're going to branch that line off and basically take it up over the other four tracks that are there, and going to connect it up to the elevated track section. So if you've ever seen any of my other videos, you would just notice that on the other side there's a girder bridge and a raised wall, and basically that elevated track section is going to come in here and connect here. So it basically connects the two sections of layout together, so I can move locos from one point to another. In terms of the point work that we've got here, I believe we used Pico streamline points. These I think are medium, so I think this is these points all here are these two here and these two here, and these ones, they're the medium streamline points, and we've got two of the large diamonds in there. They're very easy to install. They are connected back to back. In order to connect them back to back like this, you do have to cut some of the sleepers in certain places to make them fit. You basically just trim the edges off of them. Installation, what I did was actually started with the outer track and worked my way in, and then sort of did all the point work here. When we put the points in place, we actually used a pencil to mark their positions, and then I used a small hand drill to drill a hole through the point bar, so that when it was open and closed, so what I could do is by drilling two holes in each position, I basically created an outline for where the point motor holes need to be drilled. So I did this for each one. Then I pulled the points out, drilled all the holes for point motor, and then put them back and lined them up with the lines that I had drawn for all the sleepers. We checked that the points would swing properly with the point motors, and we're using the Gauge Master SEEP point motors, and that all worked out real well. So you can see here I've got insulated fish plates in certain locations, and I'll go into some more detail about that in a later video. But for now, it all worked out pretty well. These diamonds were very easy to install. They're wired so that power goes across this way and power goes across this way. There's no special wiring you need to do. All the points are all insulfrog. And what I did on the diamonds was you just need one end to be insulated. So the cross track that's going here, you have to insulate it on one side and not insulate it on the other. And this basically allows you to transfer control to the controller that you're actually going to be using. So from here, we're going from down slow to down branch. So we want the down branch controller to be in control of it. So once we cross here, once we bridge the insulated fish plates, the down branch controller is going to take it over and go across like so. Alright, so I'm going to go show you the other point work in just a second, but while I'm over on this section of layout, I'm just going to explain what we're doing. So this is the down branch, and this is the up branch, and the plan is to basically have a bridge that spans from here to here. And what I'm going to do is I've actually got some pine wood boards, and I'm going to run the pine wood boards about a couple inches below the level of the baseboard and run it across, and we'll have some realistic water and a scene down there. That's the lower part of the bridge, and then there'll be scratch built pillars, and then basically the track is going to remain at the height of the baseboard, but what we've done is we've dropped the scenic element, so it basically looks like a bridge, and it should be pretty cool. Probably right here we'll have some kind of hillside or some kind of scenic break, just sort of separate these lines and so on. Over here you can see where we have the Hornby platform. We're not using that. This is kind of placeholder. We're going to put a branch line station in here and probably have some scenic items here. This is where the up branch will continue around. Over on this side of the up branch, we're going to have a milk, probably express dairies, kind of milk distribution point there. I've got a bunch of those Dapol express dairies, milk vans, and then our tanks. And then right in here we're going to have a large coal depot. I have a lot of NCB liveried wagons and locos, and so that's what we're going to put there. And then the idea for this corner over here is to basically put in a sort of a power plant cooling stack. It won't be a full-size one, it'll probably just be a quarter turn of it, just so that it looks like it's kind of embedded into the wall, and that should provide some scenic breaks for that. The idea for along the wall here is to use one of the ID back scenes. I can get one set of ID back scenes will actually fit perfectly along that wall, and then along the back wall here to the other corner, the plan is to use I think it's like 2.5 sets of the large premium ID back scenes, probably a countryside sort of scene along the back there, and that should look pretty nice. And then what's already arrived in the mail, which I showed earlier, which is the ID back scenes. One of them is the terraced houses, and the other one is kind of into the town. I think it's section C or something like that. And so the plan is to run into the town from that corner there all the way over to about here. I think is roughly where it'll end up without cutting it. I'm going to have some sort of tunnel or bridge work in here that'll separate the two scenes, and then the terraced houses will go through here all the way back to the building. And you can see they're taking a portion of the wall out, and I've unglued the building from the wall there, the factory building from modelrailwayscenery.com, just so I can fit that back scene with the terraced houses in there, and that should look pretty good. And that's my other project for October. So assuming those ID back scenes work out pretty well, I'll order the ones for the back here and the side, and then hopefully end of October, middle of November, at least maybe by Thanksgiving, I'll have the full back scenes done and look pretty nice. And let's see, what else do I have to do? Ballasting and weathering the track. Probably will do that later this month. It's going to be quite an effort, but I think it's probably something I want to do before I hang the back scenes, at least on these sections here. The track is fairly far away from the wall on the far side there, so I'm not too worried about putting the back scene in and then and ballasting it later. But yeah, alright, so that's that part. So I'm going to go show you the other point work, and we'll show you some more trains running, and we'll call it a day. Alright, so this is the slightly more complicated other junction that's we added. So the idea for this was to complement the other junction, and to basically allow the other movements that weren't possible on the other side. As you noted, on the other side you couldn't get, there's no point work for the fast lines. So on this side, this track here on the outside is the down fast, this is the up fast, this is the down slow, this is the up slow, this is the down branch, and this is the up branch. So the trains on this track will be going this way, the trains will be going this track this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. So one thing that you want to be able to do is to be able to get from this track, which is the down fast, to the down slow, and you also want to be able to get from the down slow to the down fast. That's all possible on the down fast. Down there's a set of points. You go through the this part right here through this set of points, and now you're on the down slow. The down slow can come through here, and they can go across these points, and then across these points, and you're onto the down fast. So on this side of the track, it's possible to get from the down fast to the down slow, and from the down slow to the down fast. Likewise, you can get from the up slow here, or sorry, from the up fast here to the up slow by going through these set of points, and now you're running on the up slow. Can you get from the up slow to the up fast? Yes, you can. So this here is the up slow. You go through this junction here, over this set of points, and then over this set of points, and you are running on the up slow, so or up fast. So you can go from the down fast to the down slow, the up fast to the up slow, and you can go from the down slow to the down fast, and from the up slow to the up fast. You cannot get from the branch lines to the fast lines. Basically, if you are on the, this is the down branch, so you can come from the down branch onto the up slow here. It's bidirectional, and then you can get onto the down slow, but you can't actually get to the down fast. To get to the down fast, you're gonna have to go around for one loop, and then you can go from the down slow to the down fast. However, if you take a quick look at the point work, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it, basically we've made pretty efficient use of the point work, and to limit the number of points that were needed. The cool thing is, since these are all paired, I can link the point motors together, so there'll be a lot less buttons. So for example, these two are always thrown together, these two are always thrown together, and so on. And yeah, so that's basically it for this point work. I'll do a more detailed video on the point work in the near future, but I thought I'd give you guys a quick look. And like I said, my next project down the end there, is pointing out there, is to put the ID back scenes starting like one corner. We'll put that in with some blue tack to start with, and see how it looks, and we'll do an update for you shortly. So I think I'm going to show you a close-up of these points, and then we'll do a bit of a running session, and we'll call it a day. So one of the things that we'll be doing in October is finishing this up branch line. So we'll be putting in the flex track, nailing down those curves. Also, we'll be installing the sidings in here for the NCB depot or depot, and we'll also be doing dropper wires for all the various inter-pointer work here. Because we can isolate ourselves since we're using Insel frog points, so we'll need to add those droppers in, so that's not a problem. But yeah, so that's basically it in terms of what's coming up. So I'll do a bit of a running session and a quick recap on what you can expect to see this month. All right.